Hi journalers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, and you know who you are because you almost always leave me comments and I appreciate every one of them. Thank you for joining me again. So I'm starting a new journal flip book. Whatever you kind of finally finished up. Last video I finished up this book, which was okay. It's a hard book. It's the first time I've ever done a hard book. And as you can see, it's definitely overly full. But anyway, you know, it's always nice to have a change. Then it makes me appreciate it when I go back to the book I love. So anyway, we're just going to move right on. This was my March title page. I don't always do a title page. I really like to do it. I guess I forget sometimes. I don't know. I'm really not very creative. People who look at my book or videos think that I am, but really it's a struggle for me. I have to look at Pinterest for ideas, other journalers. I copy a lot of stuff. But anyway, I digress. So this was my Welcome March page. It says, "Can spring be far behind?" I use these cute little arrows. They're little plastic, I don't know what plastic, epoxy. I don't know what the difference is. But anyway, those came from Shannon. Thanks, Miss Shannon. This was from a Pier 1 ad, which I kind of fussy cut out. And this came from like a home decorative catalog. I don't know what you call that. Anyway, moving on. So this was March 2nd. This was my oldest grandson's birthday. So I just put here Logan is 8. I got these great, these are not stickers. They're just like punch out of construction paper. Anyway, I got a whole pack of them online on eBay or somewhere. A huge pack for, I don't know, like $5 or something. I mean, something really inexpensive, I thought. And I haven't even barely touched them, even though I use them frequently. So what I did was I went back through all my old photos, which I had to basically go back through Facebook and my daughter-in-law's Facebook to find the ones I wanted. I tried to kind of find one that represented each year of his life. So I just think they're adorable pictures. And look at this one. I'm going to have to show this one. See if you can see that expression on his face. Probably not a good photo, or not a good picture on here. But anyway, so cute. And then I realized later, after I was looking at this, that a lot of them have his arms outstretched. Not sure what that is. I don't know if that's just because I picked a lot of those or if he does a lot of those. But anyway, he's a cute little boy. And look, between here, 2014 and 2016, just look how big he got in 2 years. I mean, like, this is like little boy and this is boy. Anyway, I digress again. Love my grandchildren. I can't talk about them enough, but I won't bore y'all with it. So here's a Fun Time Friday page. I'll just go over it real quick. This was wildlife. This I got from the dollar store. It came on a big sheet. These little corners right here were a part of it. I cut those off. It's like what do you call that? Like a mural type thing, like you peel them off and stick them on your walls. So I guess they're also removable. Probably not from this page, but anyway, love that bird. He's so pretty. Something blue. You take your pick. I think I designated this as the blue, but there's blue everywhere. Washi at a quirky angle, so this is a piece of washi on top of that mural paper, whatever you call it. Arts and crafts I've tried, so here's my little journaling about that. Something that makes me smile is this little photo right here. This is my oldest grandson voluntarily reading to my youngest grandson. And every time I look at that picture, it just makes me smile. This is a thank you card from my aunt. I had sent her something for her birthday, and she wrote me this beautiful thank you note. Just love those flowers. Just more chit chat. This is, I made these cards. I'm going to pull it up so you can see it a little bit better. Those are actually two separate cards. I just had them side by side. They're those little cards that fall out of magazines when you open them up. You know, those postage paid reply cards. I took those, and this was not, I mean, this is my own design, but it's not really my idea. I've seen it other places where you just scrape paint across them and then I punched these out and then just drew on the stem and, stamped some paint circles. Anyway, I sent those out in Happy Mail, and I really enjoyed doing that, and I really love using those little cards. I need to get all that junk back out again. Do you ever do that? Like, look back through your journal and then go, oh my gosh, I need to do that, or I need to get that out, or do that again. Same with this. I have this stencil. I don't know that I've even ever used it since this time. But anyway, I need to get that back out again too. I did this background in Distress ink. I love the Tim Holtz Distress ink. And this paint a picture came from, I'm pretty sure, from a Michaels website. I just printed it right off their website. This came from a magazine. I did not do a good job of pasting this down, and it's too late now. I got this online. I cannot remember what website it was. It was a free gift for joining somebody's website. I don't remember who. Maybe Jenny Belly. I can't remember, honestly. This is an actual picture at the side of my house of my azaleas. I got in really close so you could see that the buds were just fixing to bloom. And then it kind of made it dark because I got in so close. And then I took this bird, I don't know where I got the bird from, magazine, book, something, and just glued it on there. It actually looks like it's part of the picture. And then here I had just torn this, made a ragged edge, and then kind of distressed around it, kind of trying to ease the transition. I'm not sure if that quite came through. Then I made my date stamp here out of just a piece of song paper, whatever you call that, that I had distressed. And this is just simply lines around a circle, a couple of different sizes of circles, and then I stamped inside of them. Another Fun Time Friday. Boy, those sure seem to come up a lot. I think sometimes I don't do the other pages and I only do the Friday pages. Number one was something sports related, so I had both of my grandsons' baseball schedules. Your middle name and some alphabet letters. I did that. The happy or sad face for my middle name, which I'm fine with my middle name. It's also my mother's middle name. Journal about wearing skirts. This is actually a little notepad. It was actually a whole dress, and I just cut the top part off and used the bottom part to journal about wearing skirts. And then something awesome, which is my grandsons. So I always think of these boys for awesome. They really have done so much in their young lives. I just can't even, I don't think they even realize how much they've done compared to what I had done at their age. Lots. But anyway, this looks like they're standing in front of a backdrop, doesn't it? I'm going to get up a little bit closer so you can see that. It's actually, they went hiking, and that's an actual photo. I mean, that's the actual background. Whatever you call it, like an overlook. Gosh, I can't even think of my words. Again, I did some stenciling around the edges. I really like the way that looks. I'm not much for little V's and lines and whatever, but I like the way that turned out. And the little banner too. I think I cut that out of paper from my Flow magazine, my Flow book, whatever you call that. This little regular page, I think I was kind of going black and gray, and then I took the colors out of her shirt, jacket, whatever, and this pink purpley color, and that's why I wrote in those colors. And then we were having some really cloudy, gloomy weather, and I was cold, and so I just made a kind of a gloomy page with some blankets on it, wishing I could just curl up in them. And then the next day was, or I guess that day was Spring Forward, which I love. I know there's a lot of people, especially you, Shannon, that don't like daylight savings time, but I love it. Love having the extra hour of daylight. So even though I think it was really still a gloomy day, I went ahead and made it pretty. These are flowers that I got from the dollar store. They come in a little pack in the kitty section. If you ever see those, they have like a big pack and they're $1. Not just these, they have all different kinds, but anyway, it was just the tops of them, so I just drew in the stems. Got this beautiful card from Heather, and I had written, I love postcards. We were kind of going through when I say we, I mean the Faux Bonnici journalers. We're going through a little send each other postcard phase. And I'd written here, I really wasn't going to do a page today because there was really nothing to note. And then I got Heather's lovely card in the mail. And so that's why I did my whole little page, was just to document her card. I got this at some store like TJ Maxx or wherever. It was on a big sheet that had a bunch of different stuff, but I liked this currently on my playlist. And I've used it several times. If you've seen my videos before, you've seen it before. Anyway, I just list out the CDs that I have in my player for the week. Again, it was still cold, so I did another little feature with blankets. This is just, like, I don't know, Project Life card. I don't know what the brand name of it is, but anyway, I just stuck that on there. And just lots of stuff about nothing. I actually love going back and looking through these, but it's not really interesting stuff probably for most other people. Did a little banner here for the Fun Time Friday. It was also St. Patrick's Day, which technically I don't really celebrate. I used to wear green as a child because, for those of you around my age, they used to pinch you in elementary school if you weren't wearing green. I think even all the way up to high school they would do that, which I thought was childish, but so I wore green for that reason. But other than that, and making my pages pretty, I don't really, St. Patrick's Day is just another day. But it was Fun Time Friday, which this said Healthy Food for Nutrition Month, which I didn't have anything food related, I think, so I used this little card, which has some slices of fruit. Add some green, which is all over the place. Magical folk. I had no leprechaun, so I used this little fairy girl, fairy stamp. Shamrock. I actually got this idea from Pinterest. I took my little heart punch, punched out 3 hearts, and then just put the points together and made a perfect little shamrock. Thought that was really cute. And then a journal spot about my good luck. So, and then I just did these flowers. I had these, somebody sent those in Happy Mail, and I just made flowers out of them. And this was the first day of spring, March 20th. I used this bunny stamp from Nancy, and I just love this bunny. And you can make it look different, you know, by coloring it different colors. This, I don't know where I got that, scrapbook.com, most likely. And then I also ordered some CDs, so I printed that receipt out from, I actually got them from eBay, used. I'm trying to replace, back in the 70s, I had a whole bunch of albums, and then once you couldn't play albums anymore, I got them all in cassette, and it's like, then there were CDs, and so now I've been slowly replacing all of that and buying CDs, which are also out of date, but I don't download a lot of music, so I just buy old CDs, because they're like $2.49, and that's what I do at work when I'm bored. I go on eBay and find old stuff to buy. Anyway, I'm going to stop here because I am running out of time, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me ramble today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. Would love it if you'd leave me a comment, tell me what you like or don't like or whatever. And subscribe if you feel like it. Thanks so much for spending your time with me.